No, I don't want to get your number, and I don't want to give you mine. Some wise words written by some ladies. TLC's up tonight. Why are they called TLC? Everybody wants to know. These are the questions. TLC are called that for their three members. T.boz, Tyrone Watkins, Rosonda Thomas Chili, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez, TLC. That's why they're called TLC. The song No Scrubs is... it came out in 1999. It was massive. Unfortunately, Left Eye didn't get to enjoy the success of that for too long because she passed away 3 years later in 2002. 2001, 2002. Yeah, something like that. Numbers aren't my thing. But what a absolute ripping track. This was a couple of years ago, only just a couple of years ago, this was a bit of a naff sort of like, oh my God, you remember that song? That was so funny. But I'm like, it's still just as good as it was, but it was getting used in things like the first reference I saw to a TLC track used as a nostalgia gag was the movie The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. And they used, Michael Keaton was like using it as a, like he was saying the lyrics in conversation with people. Like, don't go chasing waterfalls, okay? You know, take them to the rivers and lakes that you used to. And they were like, oh my God, that's so funny. But as the 90s nostalgia sort of stuff comes back, that becomes more appreciated as a real track rather than just as a bit of a gag. Let's pump over to the window. I do have waterfalls too, and I am going to do waterfalls. And also I've had requests for more Shakira. Luckily, I got Hips Don't Lie. The pop stuff's going off. Rock stuff's kind of hard to find because it's all... But either way, let's go check out TLC No Scrubs. Boom. What a session. We've got 22 tracks here. I've rearranged everything into kind of a bit of a flow that I can understand with lots of the drums at the start. I'm going to mute that drum master to start with because it's just a little bit distracting. Let's just hear the kick. The kick's going to be nice and strong. Let's hear that. I'll make that a little larger so we can actually get a good look at that file. Bit of sustain at the end. There's this thing here that you'll find familiar, and if you've heard of Kanye West, which I'm sure you have, you'll know about 808. And a lot of people I've heard, actually pretty reputable people like Thundercat try to explain 808, and he's talking about it as if it's a concept, as if it's a way of life. I'm like, no, it's actually just a drum machine, and samples from that drum machine. But this kick sound, not from an 808. But this low note, which I'm about to show you here on 808 track, is probably from an 808. So what that is, that's resonance from like just a long note from a kick drum. They had a note that you could turn up the release, and it would go and then boom for a while. And a lot of people really liked that and added it as a bass note to their kick drums. So you get that really, really cool. Just holds, and it makes people's subwoofers in their cars go and rattle their boots or trunks, depending on where you're watching this. Throw that clap in. That's a nasty clap. I like that. Let's hear it by itself. Scrub is a guy who thinks to fly. I don't even know if that's in the right key. Let's try it. Wow, that's pretty beefy. Wow, main snare. Like that. Hi-hat loop. I want to hear that hi-hat real quick. Sorry, too far back. Let's just don't want to miss the whole track. Let's hear some of this hi-hat. It actually... Okay. So it changes. We can see it changes as the song comes in. Move it up. Oh, it's got some real hi-hat. Oh, some different hi-hat in there. And there's another hi-hat here that looks like it's a stereo and it's been looped. To the left and one to the right. That's a shaker. Look how many hi-hats are in this track. Hi-hat 3. This is getting confusing. We'll take that off and we'll just hear hi-hat 3. Okay, that's a shaker. That's also a shaker. Interesting. Tambourine. It's definitely tambourine sample. Percussion loop. Oh, a bit of triangle. Sorry, I just want to point out just one really, really cool thing here. There's something really technical. That, like people say they can play triangle. Play this then. I don't think so. You could turn your old GSM phone onto your amplifier and make that sound. Very cool. All these hats. Some snare. I think the snare deserves a bit of attention. Super sharp. Super kind of like high pitch. That clap sounds like a very funny. I like that though. It kind of sounds a little bit like lo-fi, like low res or something. But you put it all together again, just like a lot of other things we listen to. Put all this stuff together and you get something that's quite gorgeous. Alright, that's sounding really cool. Now, just go over to this drum master here. This is the overall mix for the drums, so we can hear it all, what it sounds like together. Now, just a really quick one for some of you guys that have been asking for this. A lot of people want to know what the sample rate and bit depth of these tracks are. I mean, I'll give them to you if you really want them, if I can find where this is, because I don't know really. I know a lot about Logic and where to find that kind of stuff in here. But I'm not all about that stuff, man. Like, I'm not really about that kind of super technical things. I think you get caught up in that stuff too much and it stops you from doing things. It's important to know enough about them to know why they're important. Yes, I agree. But, I mean, at this point in time, you can find that information out. There's a lot of other guys doing what I'm doing, and some of them even have crossover tracks, like the Michael Jackson stuff and Queen stuff, very popular. I'll try to find it, and maybe I'll try to chuck it in the comments or something like that, but I'm not really interested in all the technicalities and the trivia. I just want to know how it was made and how it was put together and how they came up with it, because that's where the impact really happens. People listen to these on $3 earbuds and they stream them and stuff like that. Not a lot of people are getting into the audiophile stuff, and I really want to, for me, I want to break these down into listen to why they are cool and why they are successful. I could really care less if it's 96K or if it's 32-bit float. Doesn't concern me, but I do appreciate that you find it interesting, and please continue. I mean, if you keep asking, I'm going to start doing it. So yeah, let's check out Froggy Loop over here on this mix window. Froggy Loop. Want to hear that? Okay, we get that. I feel like it's going to be the same thing, and then the reverb kicks in. Bass, obviously a very important part of the track. Here we go. Wow. Wow, I keep forgetting that that's the bass line for this song. Yeah. So it's obviously a synth bass. Realistically, probably Minogue or something like that everyone had access to, with reverb on it, on the bass. Okay. We've got some low electric guitar, this is called. Interesting to hear it. How you going? Can you hear that? That is such a sample. I didn't ever think that I would listen to No Scrubs by T.L.C. and imagine there was heavy guitar going on in there. And what are these two notes, these two little pieces? Oh, that's that beautiful climb down. No, yes, son, I'm talking to you. Okay. Main guitar. Now, this is going to be a very noticeable part, so we'll hear that from the very start. Gorgeous. Now, you wouldn't believe this is a keyboard sample. Yep. That's where we want to be. This is so good. Instantly recognisable. But yeah, this is straight out of a keyboard. This is off of a synth or a keyboard with sampling capabilities. Not sure which one, but that's just... no guitars sound like that. Okay, we're hearing it. And I want to go to that climb down. Okay, but it actually sounds quite beautiful when played on a classical guitar. No, I'm having too much fun. We've got to get to some of these other parts. The Rhodes is the key to my heart. Oh. As if, that is so, I love that. It's so deep. That is the meatiest sounding Rhodes I've ever heard on a track. That's so fat. That is so fat. Maybe did that, you reckon maybe, I'm getting too excited. Did they sample down a Rhodes that was played in the mid-range? Because that's huge. Scrub is a guy who thinks to fly. All right, let's go to the string section here. Get your number, and I don't want to give you mine. I don't want none of your time. All right, that's so, really, really cool. Now, we're getting to that part here. I'm going to go over to that side window. I don't know how long we've been going for, but we're going to probably face one of those little situations here where we get stuck with a little bit of copyright. But that's okay. If you're in now, stick around. And if you're not, this will be up on YouTube tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Because that's 5 o'clock in the US, and that seems to be where my traffic's coming from. So, yeah, man, Jaren's ripping it up in the comments here. James is ripping up in the comments. Dangers, everybody's on. Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, great, guys. So I'll get back into it. Vocals time. We're going to hear Left Eye. We're going to hear Chili. We're going to hear T.boz. All shredding it up. Where's my button here to get back to the window? Okay. This track is called Chili 1. Interested. Oh. Put some stank on it. Listen to that. The flavour. That is so just, oof. First thing you hear with a bit of guitar is that.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's flying, is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't want to give you mine, and no, I don't want to meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no.
Oh, and then there's a chorus. How good is that? I love that this song is about just if you're broke, stay away from me. You know what I mean? Like, just
a scrub is a guy that thinks he's flying, is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So no, I don't want.
That sounds like a punch in or something there. Like you can hear it just kind of like she's said it twice and they've cut her in halfway.
Talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So no,
on the so you can hear that kind of like click over.
So, broke ass, so no, I don't want your number, no, I don't want to give you mine. And
it also sounds like really like a little bit like, dare I say, auto-tune, artifacting, but like obviously this was at that time Cher had just brought out Believe. Actually that came out later on in 99, but it was being used, auto-tune was being used.
Just sits on his broke ass, so no, I don't want you.
That no sounds a little sus. I mean, who cares?
Don't know.
No one cares. Autotune has been used for a lot longer than people think it has, and I think it's a good tool.
Broke out, so no. I don't want your number, no. I don't want to give you mine, and no. I don't want to meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no. I don't
Chili
want
too.
no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. There's a scrub checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me. Cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Can't get with a deadbeat ass, so no.
You guys listening to this? This is fucking gold. This is such good writing. I just love this.
There's a scrum checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me. Cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Can't get with a deadbeat ass, so no.
Can't get with a deadbeat ass.
Get with a deadbeat ass, so no. I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give
And
you
what?
mine, and no. I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no.
Don't want none of your time.
No. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get
Get
no love from me.
Passenger side.
Of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
You thought I wasn't going to give you those backup vocals, huh?
Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. If you don't have a car and you're walking, oh yes son, I'm talking to you. If you live at home with your mama,
Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you.
If you have a shorty that you don't show love, oh yes son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no.
Let's just take 1 minute to listen to that last line. You want to get with me with no money?
Talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no.
Backgrounds?
Scrum,
Yeah.
no. Scrum, no, no. No.
Sing it.
Scrub, no. Scrub, no, no. No, I don't want no
Let's back up.
A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Yeah.
Fantastic. I know I cut you short on those backup vocals, but I'm definitely going to come back to them because we got some Lisa Left Eye and we got some T.boz to listen to. What's the T.boz? Maybe it was just those other tracks, the backups. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know enough. And guys, and thank you. There's been people who are putting some trivia in the comments, and do that, please, because I don't know it. I don't know the stuff. I don't know everything about every band. And I'll take a guess here and there, and I'm not right ever. So correct me, please do. I'd really love to hear from you guys too, because I got some Elvis and Michael Jackson absolute legends that know just about everything there is to know about those guys. So please drop those in here because I really, really like to learn those things as I go. And if you're unhappy with that, maybe you should start your own videos series.
If you can't spatially expand my horizons,
Yeah.
then it leaves you in a class with scrubs, never rising. I don't find it surprising if you don't have the G's to please me and bounce from here to the coast of overseas. So, let me give you something to think about. Inundate your mind with intentions to turn you out. Can't forget to focus on the picture in front of me. View it clear as DVD on digital TV screen.
Oh.
Satisfy my appetite with something spectacular. Check your vernacular, and then I get back to ya with diamond-like precision. Insatiable is what I envision. Can't
we've
detect
been
acquisition from your friend's expedition. Mr. Big Willie, if you really wanna know, ask Chili. Could I be a silly hoe? Not really.
she talking
T-boz
about
and all my
Will?
senoritas is stepping on your felines, but you don't hit me though.
Is she talking about Will Smith?
What I envision, can't detect acquisition from your friend's expedition. Mr. Big
Willie.
Willie, if you really wanna know, ask Chili.
Chili.
Could I be a silly hoe? Not really. T-boz and all my senoritas is stepping on your
felines.
felines, but you don't hit me though.
Now, I know this. If we're still going here, I mean, I don't know if we will because Scrubs. Yeah, we've been blocked, but that's fine. Erin, message me. I know you're watching this. She will know. I feel like she would know something like this. Are they talking about Will Smith here? Is there something? Did something go on with Chili or Lisa and Will, or what's the go? I want to hear about this. But we're getting close to the end of this, so I'm just gonna. I just wanted to have a look at Left Eye's the vocal, like the qualities of the frequencies that's been produced here, because I always find that in a lot of these tracks, you can hear it's. I mean, maybe I've just been standing next to drummers for too long in my life, but I always feel like it sounds a little pillowy. But then when you put it into the mix, it sounds fine. But I just wanted to see what's actually happening.
If you can't spatially expand my horizons,
but I just
then
feel
it
like
leaves you in a class with scrubs, never rising. I don't find it surprising if you don't have the G's to please me and bounce from here to the coast of overseas. So let me give you something to think about.
Yeah, it sounds like I don't know. I just like things that look like maybe probably more crispy than they actually need to be. But that's okay. Hey, you know, we all like a little bit of crisp here and there. We all like something a little bit different, and that's totally fine. I wanted you to hear those background vocals, and I know that we got copyright flagged right on the on those choruses, because those choruses, man, that's all vocal, and the vocal gives it everything. Because that backing drums, that's just rhythm until you've got these gorgeous voices and this great songwriting over the top.
No.
Oh,
No.
beautiful, so thick.
No. No.
And here's the copyrighted wall.
No, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to.
Actually, that's a good point. Let's hear that guitar.
No, I don't.
That's great.
Me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub.
Chili.
Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
Checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me, 'cause I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash. Can't get with a deadbeat ass, so no, I don't want
I love this shit. Set your limits, guys. Set them. Do what T.L.C. did. Don't settle for no scrubs, which is also my stance on the TV show. No, thank you. And if there was one called No Friends, that'd be a different story entirely.
But no, I don't wanna give you mine,
friends, no
and
scrubs.
I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time.
I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his
this is
best friend's
fantastic
ride,
turnaround
trying
coming up.
to holler
If you
at
don't
me.
have a car and you're walking,
Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you.
if you live at home with your
love this
mama,
part.
Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you.
Oh, listen to that. I'm getting freaky here. I'm getting my skin's all getting goosebumpy. Listen to this part of the song with everything in it except for the vocals. Okay, well, let's just turn all that off and we'll just clean those quiet. Listen and enjoy this for me. Get ready for it. Here it comes. The Rhodes. And this. Give it to me now. That's got to be it. That's got to do us for now. You guys know the song, and I encourage you. See, I'm too excited. I encourage you to go and to listen to No Scrubs by T.L.C. because my goodness, does it deserve a run. It's fantastic stuff. 1999 February. Absolute ripping track. Stick around. Go back into the channel if you're watching on Facebook. Go to the YouTube channel Luffagan. If you're on YouTube, please do support with the liking and the subscribing and all the actually liking. I don't think anybody likes actually does the like button. But yeah, been a really good time to put these up. I'm really enjoying doing them, and you know, I don't want to cater to you. I'm catering to me. No offense, but I'm doing these for me, and I'm really happy that you guys are along for the ride too. But yeah, drop your trivia in the comments, do a subscribe, and all that kind of garbage. Yeah. Fantastic, really appreciate it. Stick around for some more. We got some Shakira, Kylie, The Weeknd. I didn't get Lady Gaga. Couldn't find anything that was right. Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa's coming up. There's so many. There's so many. The Spinners, George Benson, The Weeknd. Did I say The Weeknd? Chic. What's that one Giorgio Moroder did? Guys, there's so much cool stuff coming along, and I really appreciate you checking it out and enjoying yourselves. So, don't take no scrubs. And enjoy yourself. Thanks so much. I'm going to cut this one real short so you guys can see those cool little videos that come up in the top there. Enjoy yourself. Thanks so much.